This is Karen for Online Healing Community. Welcome to Creating Space. And today we're going to talk about gratitude. And joining us is writer and editor, Aimee Morales. Hi, Aimee.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi, Karen. Good evening. Good evening sa mga viewers.
And thank you for being here today and for talking to us about gratitude. And I had a face-to-face conversation with you about this. So I'm excited what people will learn with your practice. But first off, let's define terms. What exactly is gratitude? At least for you.
Okay. To start, siguro it would be good to understand muna what it means to most people, no? Kasi when you say gratitude, it's in Filipino, it's pasasalamat. So no, so it's saying thank you, it's expressing our thanks, pwedeng verbal or written. But that's the common definition. But for me, since you're asking me what it means for me, sa akin it's a lot of things. It's like yung different colors, like different beads, ganyan. So meron akong concept na gratitude is a feeling, it's an emotion. That's one. And also it is a state of being, no? So medyo related yung dalawa. And it's also a vibration or a frequency. And ito, very important. For me, gratitude is also a prayer. Yun. So, I don't know if you've heard of this quotation na they say, 'di ba, na parang gratitude is the only prayer that you need to ever utter. No? So it comes from that. So all of those things together, that's what it means for me.
So gratitude is a feeling, it's a
So,
state of being, and it's a prayer for
it's a
you.
vibration also, it's frequency.
It's also frequency and vibration. But have you always been grateful, Ime? Is
Honestly,
that a natural state for you?
hindi. No, before I started my gratitude practice, no, not all the time. Siyempre, there are times na when you feel you're blessed and you have a lot of good things going for you. Siyempre, you naturally feel grateful and thankful to God and to the universe, to for your blessings. But since I started my gratitude practice, I try to be more consistent. Kasi before, yun lang, yung nga, sometimes when you feel blessed, then you are grateful. But now I try to be more consistent about it. And yun, it also takes effort kasi to do it every day and to feel grateful and be grateful even if things are not going your way. So yun.
True. I
Yeah.
actually tried your gratitude practice. But before that, can you tell them how do you do your daily gratitude practice?
um my personal practice is very simple, no? So I just say thanks for 108 things every day using my santosha japamala. I call it my santosha gratitude garland. Yan. So
Mm.
that's all there is to it. So I try to do that every morning.
Hoy, mahirap kaya yung 108.
Mahirap.
Yeah, like you say, it's simple. You think of
Yeah.
108 things to be grateful for. But at 55, because I tried it, diba? I talked
Mm-mm.
to you about it, and immediately on that day,
Yeah.
I tried it. By 55, I'm running out of
Ubos na.
things to be grateful for. And so you said, but at that point, when you reach around 55, you think of the small things, like and then
Mm-mm.
you become grateful for your cell phone who's been helping
Mm-mm.
you, and you become grateful for your laptop. And I was thinking,
Mm-mm.
and you become grateful for your electricity. And I was thinking, you're right, that's so cool. Because I've never been grateful for these small things like electricity and phone and laptop.
Oo. Kasi it's really the small things are the big things, 'di ba?
Mm.
It's really the details that will help you go up until 108. Yun.
And then
And
you're
with
right.
practice, yeah. Mm.
And it's something that you do daily. You think of
Oo,
108 things.
yeah, I try. I try every day. Yung mga minsan na medyo puyat, may mga nasi-skip din ako, pero I really try to be consistent, to be every day, to do it every
And
day.
it's right. And the challenging part there is doing it consistently,
Mm.
like you said. So how to be you po? How to be consistent with the
Ah,
practice?
you you can make it as like part of your morning prayer, 'di ba? It's your
Right.
gratitude ritual when you face your altar in the morning, when you wake up and do your meditation and prayer. Isama mo na yung gratitude practice kasi it will probably take around 10 to 20 minutes. It depends, no, if you're new at this and medyo nahihirapan ka to you're finding it difficult to reach up to 108, it will probably take longer. But as the days pass, it will be easier to think of things, and there will be regular items on your list. Like ako, I will share. I think I shared this with you before when we had our conversation. Ako kasi I start my 108 with thank you for this day. Syempre, that's my opening. Thank you for this day. Thank you for my life. Thank you for loving me, etc. and protecting me. It's yung ganon. So I also have a section there for my friends, for the people in my life. Thank you for this and that, and also for my guide, for my angels, and for guidance, and yon, and then the small things, and then the blessings, which are many. There's tangible, intangible, the things that we know that are being sent to us, and even those things that we're not even aware of, diba? Sometimes we receive blessings and don't even know that we're receiving that. Yun. So there are really
Right.
so many talaga every day.
So you have
Mm.
categories, and the categories help you. Right.
Um,
And we have,
yeah.
yeah, somebody asked, why is it 108?
Kasi 'di ba, kasi the the traditional japamala, which is the prayer beads that the Buddhists and the Hindus, they use it for chanting, for their mantras. 108 na talaga. 108 is a sacred number. So this one, like what I'm wearing now, this is a typical. I did not make this. I This is a japamala that I bought from before. It's really 108 when you do your mantras and your chanting and your prayer sa mga Buddhist and sa mga Hindu. 108 yung number talaga nung isang piece, yeah. So, yun na naka-pattern, the gratitude ritual is patterned after that. 108 is a sacred number. It can also be. I also make gratitude bracelets, which have 18 naman, 18 beads. So if you're using the bracelet, you just have to go 6 times. Para
Ah, okay.
108 siya. Oo.
Oh, that's so cool. And then other people are joining us. Shout out daw. Can you please shout out
Hello,
kay Joy
Joy.
Gatchalian?
Oo, si
Yeah,
Joy. Yes, for
if you
some of
want,
the people. Hello, Joy. Some of the people who are watching, listening right now are owners of Santosha Pieces. So,
that's
ginawaan ko yan si Joy.
cool.
Quite a
So,
few.
please shout. The ones who are also joining, please let us know where you're joining us from, and probably we can, yeah, do a shout out
Mhm.
later towards the end. If you have more questions, feel free to join this conversation. And speaking of Santosha bracelets,
Mhm.
can you tell us what prompted you, what inspired you to start this project?
The Santosha project. It
Yes.
started um, in 2016, around the middle of that year, mga August yata yun. When the idea came to me after a fire walking exercise. No, alam mo ba yung you know what they say about how fire walking changes you, that the fire is supposed to be like a gate or a portal between the
Mhm.
old you and the new you. Parang ganyan. I think that something like that happened to me. After that experience, kasi the firewalk, maybe 2 or 3 days later, I got this idea and I immediately acted upon it. Hindi ko na masyadong pinag-isipan. I just went to the feed shop and bought my first batch of supplies and started making for someone, not for myself, but for another person. Ayun. So that was the beginning of it. And it was not even um, advertised, or I mean, I don't really announce it. I just like taking pictures of the pieces that I finish and then posting it on social media, and people see it and they message me to ask for something like that as well. Ayan. So that's how it grew and grew, and it's reached Europe and other Asian countries and the US. May mga nagre-request from different places. Yun.
Wow. And
Yeah.
there are interesting stories behind each Santosha bracelet, right? Because every bracelet is different.
Oh yeah, it is. It's different. Kasi the process is like this. Okay lang ba if I talk about how I make it?
Yes, it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. Kasi if someone requests for a Santosha, let's say a 108 gratitude garland, um, I will ask for his or her intentions. No, so I would need that while I'm making the santosha for this particular person. So I sit down. Later, I'm gonna share pictures of of me working on something. So while I'm sitting down and while I'm stringing the beads, I'm thinking of the person and the intention so that it energizes. The intentions are being in my head lang. It's like the energy is being transferred into the piece, and when it's finished and the final knot is done, then yun talaga, that particular piece or santosha prayer beads or japamalas, more people, as some people call it, that's really for you. It's going to be yours, and because your intentions are threaded into the whole thing. So I have instructions actually for people who use it na as much as possible, don't let other people handle or touch it. And if someone else touches it, you have to cleanse it, like with singing bowl or incense or moonbathing, ganyan. So the usual cleansing practices apply. Oo. Yun.
I actually have one right now. I am wearing it. It's a Santosha bracelet made by Ime. And interestingly, I received it at the time when I wanted to close online healing community. And then I received the bracelet on that day. And then I was thinking, let's stop this. Let's stop this initiative. This is not working. I was really at that point na okay, I kind of felt like disappointed and frustrated with it already. And then I received the bracelet, and then there's a beautiful note about it, and I was thinking, and I felt like, okay, no, it's not time for you to you shouldn't close it. You should really continue doing it. So I was thinking, okay, let's do this again. So it was really perfect. The timing when
Timing.
I received it, when I opened it, it's exactly the right time. And the message that you gave, parang wow, yeah. I needed to hear this. I needed to listen to this message. So parang when you said it's personalized, it's specific for the person, and
Mm.
there's an intention towards that, parang I can attest to that. Na parang, oh, I really received the Santosha bracelet at the exact time I needed. Can
Alam
you
mo
share with us some other stories from other
stories, yeah,
people who
madaming
received it?
kwento. Sometimes when I am working on something, hindi naman ako I don't consider myself psychic or whatever, no. Pero parang there are strong feelings or there are thoughts na coming from, I don't know, hindi ko na ini-intellectualize, but when it comes to me, I recognize it and I acknowledge it and I remember it, and I make sure that I tell the person, oh, while I'm working on your piece, I felt this, or parang this thought came to me, and most of the time, maybe 99% relevant sa kanila yung message na parang okay, ang isang example was when I working on something, and then I felt like this is so difficult. Ang daming mistakes, and I have to do it again, and then I have to and and that I can't make the knots properly or whatever. So parang this person is struggling. Yun yung interpretation ko in my head na parang this person that I'm making it for is having a hard time, is struggling, and what solution or what advice or what inspiration can I give? How am I able to repair or to form or to finish the piece? And that solution probably applies to his own struggles as well. So I share that, and usually nakaka-relate naman sila. And sometimes also when I make and I choose, kasi I don't choose with my ano ba, may logical yung reasoning, like okay,
Yes.
this is a female person, so pink sa kanya or rose quartz sa kanya.
Mhm.
Yung the way I choose the rocks and the colors, intuitive yung process, and everything about it is intuitive. So usually yun nga, natutuwa sila because when they get it and they have no expectations as to the kind of stones or as to the color, nagugulat na, oh, tama talaga, this is my favorite color, or ito yung favorite kong rock, ganun. So that's one thing that I observed. Another is uh, people usually send me emails afterwards, after they have used their santosha for a few days or a few weeks, and tell me na it has helped them become more peaceful, or
Mhm.
parang calming effect. Maybe it's also because of the practice. Siyempre, the gratitude practice in itself can do that to anyone, with or without any prayer beads or whatever. No? Yun, but that helps. Some of the people who use the santosha and practice the 108 ritual, they get this they give me this feedback. Ano pa ba?
You share with us what it looks like
Oh
because you
yeah,
have a lot
sige.
of photos, right? And you made a lot of Santosha bracelets
I
already.
have. Ang dami na. I can't even count anymore. Sige, I'll share my
And since
screen.
you've been doing it since 2016, so
Mhm.
basically you've been doing it for the last 6 years already.
Oo nga 'no? Di ko naisip. Tagal na pala. Can you see
Yeah,
it
it's
na?
quite a long time. Hi
Yeah.
there, we can see it already.
Okay. So this is just a sample of the 18 ano siya, bracelet siya. Some people like to wear it sa wrist. Ayaw nila yung mga 108 na mahaba. But some people like the 108. So it can be 108 or pwede rin 54 kasi 54 is one half ng 108. So you go around it twice. Ito
Right.
naman 18 din. This one, ito, isa to sa mga favorite ko. Kasi
Mm-hmm.
ano siya, I think when I was doing this, I was in love. Kaya
Mm.
na ano
So,
yan,
so the
na-infuse
colors
yan
are
ng
so
love
bright.
energy.
In case,
Ano?
oh, the colors are actually very bright.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember how I chose the colors, pero it just happens. Ito din.
Mm.
This one
I
also.
love that.
Yan. This is also one. This one I made for an office mate. Natuwa ako sa spacer beads na nilagay ko sa gitna. Meron siyang parang green na glass
Mm-hmm.
beads in the middle. And then this one, ayan, white and pink, rose quartz and ito wooden na 108. This one is 54 to na kahoy. Tapos ito rin kahoy.
108, no?
108.
Oh,
54
right.
yung mga liit. Yan, I think 54 lang.
Ayan, that's 54.
Ito 108. Kay ano
Right.
ata to? kilala mo may-ari nito?
No. Can you tell us like interesting stories with this connected to this to some of the beads? Not all.
Yung iba
Like
kasi
what's
alam mo
the anecdote
mm.
behind?
Some of these kasi I cannot remember anymore kasi ang tagal na. Ang
Right, it's
tagal
been
na
six
ng mga ito
years.
ito, this is my favorite because parang umiilaw siya. Pero pero I just used clear, may mga spacer na clear, glass beads. Tapos I used to make my own tassel. In the beginning, hirap na hirap ako because walang commercially available tassel. So I had
That's nice.
to make my own. Medyo mahirap 'yang gawin. Kaya pero ngayon meron na. I can ano,
Just you can
I
order
can
now.
I actually go to the shop and buy from there. From where I get the rocks as
The
well, the beads. Oo.
beads.
Ayan. This is my very first santosha that I made for myself. Actually, marami akong
Oh,
ginawa para sa sarili ko.
can you
Pero
tell
this
us
is
the
just
story behind this first Santosha bead that you made for
I made it
yourself?
I made this after I made several for other people. So sabi ko lang na parang oh maybe it's about time that I make for me. Yun. So
Right.
this one was made like out of the available materials lang at home because I have a stash at home which I replenish once in a while. Especially if there are requests kasi some people really like to be specific about what they want. Like they want, for example, purple or they want amethyst, ganon. Eh, pag nag-express ng gusto nila, edi I have no choice but to, pero as much as possible, mas maganda if I just let it happen.
It's
Yun.
best if it's more intuitive, right? Like you said.
Oo, yes. Oo, mas okay
Mm-mm.
talaga. Pero okay lang. This one, some people naman, they send me their materials. Like with this one, the lady who asked me to make this, meron siyang existing na pearls na kalat-kalat na at home. So she just sent me this and asked me to turn it into a 108 garland. Yun.
Garland,
Mm.
nice.
Ito cat's eye, favorite ko rin 'yan. Cat's eye yung parang kumikintab yung gitna, parang mata ng pusa.
Mm-hmm.
Ito, this is a
Mm-hmm.
picture of well, this was the very first I think it was that year 2016. Second month I think of my practice. Hindi pa ako masyadong mabilis gumawa. Ang tagal. It took me
Mm-hmm.
like a whole day to finish one. Pero ngayon
Wow.
bilis na. I can finish one in 30 minutes. Dati talagang isang buong araw. And
Mm-hmm.
it meditation kasi is part of it before I sit down before I start making it. So you really have to be in that space, to be able to think about the person and the intention. Tapos may music pa ako niyan, ng arte ko. Meron akong kandila at saka mga
It's,
incense.
it's like
Gusto
a
ko may gano'n.
meditative practice as well.
Yes, it is my prayer. At saka ano siya hindi siya nakakapagod. Kasi there are times na
Mm-hmm.
ang daming requests. So sometimes in a day, I have to finish like 4 or more. You
Right.
would think that you get tired. Pero sa akin, kabaliktaran siya. Like when I'm tired from writing, which is my regular job, I go
Yes.
to my Santosha table and make it and it relaxes me. It's very calming. Kasi ano siya meditation. Ayun. So this is how
Right.
I make it. Ayan. And then I think this was 2017. I think
Mm-hmm.
I had a workshop. I held a workshop sa Carling Center. Ano, this is the first and last and only Santosha workshop. Santosha making workshop that I conducted and will conduct.
You're not
Um,
going to conduct another one.
Hindi na. Kasi ano lang siya, once lang. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
pero pwede naman akong magbigay ng pointers if people are interested in making their own. Um, Yun.
Mm-hmm.
So I think some of them are still making, I'm not sure, pero na-enjoy nila to make for other people na to give as gifts.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing your process and also for sharing with us the
Mm.
beads that you made. Benji's joining this conversation. Uh,
Ay, si Benji. Nasa
Hi,
picture siya.
Benji. I guess it's part of the photo. And for
Yes.
everyone else who's here, can you please let us know, lalo na if you have like your own bracelet, please let us know like the story behind
If
it,
you
how
have,
it helped
yeah,
you.
yeah.
That would be great. And if you have questions and comments
Mm-mm.
about this conversation, please just type in so yeah, you can be part of this. Ang dami na. You've made so
Dami na.
many.
Alam mo, may kwento ako. Alam mo yung, law of attraction, di ba? Parang
Mhm.
like attracts like, gano'n. In the
Yes.
beginning, before I started, my my gratitude practice, nagsusulat ako kasi 'di ba sabi nila it's more effective if you, I mean, apply the law of attraction to gratitude. No, so if
Mhm.
you say your thanks, like write it down what the things you're thankful for in your journal, o kaya you say it like verbally, it's more effective daw that way. So
Yes.
ako naman, sige, I used to try and do that regularly. Pero sabi ko, "Ba't parang nothing's happening?" Sabi ko, "Wala." Pero yun lang, over the years, and na-realize, I learned also na very important talaga yung feeling. Yung you need
Hmm.
to have, it's not enough, parang kulang if you just say it or if you just write it down. Kailangan mo talaga siya maramdaman in order for the law to I think to work. So
Hmm.
ina-apply ko din yun when I'm making. So that's why when you're in that space, it's really important how you're feeling inside and how your state of your consciousness. So kailangan calm ka din, or yun nga, meditative din talaga yung mood. So that's one
Hmm.
thing.
So it's not something rote, no. It's not like you're just recite. It's not reciting things you're grateful for.
Oo,
You have to be in that space of gratitude talaga.
you have to be in that space, right? It would really help. Mm-mm.
Mhm. And then I'd like to ask, how does gratitude help people become more calm? Like you said, attract abundance or help you be in that meditative space?
The question is, how does gratitude
How does gratitude
help you?
help you with your everyday life? How does it help you go to that state of calm? How does it that like you said, it's
Kasi,
connected also to the law of attraction? How does that work?
oo. Because if it's going to be part of your practice, 'di ba? If it's going to be like a habit, no, that you do daily, and for example, yun nga, like I was saying earlier, like you have your meditation practice, you have your reading the Bible,
Yes.
your your prayers, your novena, ganon. It's also something like that. It's part of that ritual, or that the habit and the practice of prayer and morning meditation, ganon. And yung effect din niya, it's also the same. It's get experiencing more peace, more calmness and
Yeah.
relaxation in your life. Ganon din yung effect ng gratitude. I think at least in
Mm,
my experience. So, parang pareho
yeah.
lang siya sa prayer, eh. Sometimes nga I don't pray anymore na iba pa. It's enough na for me to give thanks. Oo. And you don't even,
Mm,
I don't even anymore yun nga, yung sinabi ko kanina, that's the only prayer that we need to say. Yung
right.
thank you for things that are not yet there, 'di ba? You already say thank you for
Mm.
even if you're still waiting for it, pwede ka na mag-thank you. Gano'n.
Right, right. Because
Mm.
some people, diba, there's a step to praying. Eh. So you have to, I don't know if people are familiar, diba? There's acts like adoration, contrition, thank you, and then supplication. And you're saying that you don't have to
Mm.
go through those four steps. You can just go straight to just gratitude. Thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank you,
you.
thank you. And even
Yeah. Yeah,
not
for
so
me
you
lang,
don't
that's
need to
mm,
supplication, right? Yeah, yeah. If that works for you. Though I actually tried also the gratitude practice that you recommended, yung 108. If I write it down, it will take me 30 minutes and so it's not sustainable. So
it's
I
sustainable.
tried, it's not parang I
Yeah.
don't have the
It's
patience for that 108. So but when I
mm,
do like one at a time lang, mas mabilis. And so it's easier for me to actually
mhm.
start to practice. Oh, Joy is asking, Aimee Morales did 3 pieces of Santosha for me. One for my mom, one for my elder sister, and one for me. Oh, that's so nice. And Joy, how did it help you? Also for
Yeah.
Benji, if you have, oh yan, Benji, was there a time na prior to making Santosha na low level ang damdamin mo? Hi. Thank you for your question, Ben.
Low level. What do you
So you're not in
mean?
that space now. What do you mean, Benji? But what I'm getting from this question is like, was there a time when you're not in a space of meditation, of calm, of gratitude when you're doing a santosha,
I try to
basically?
avoid doing or making something kasi kawawa naman yung like for example, mainit yung ulo ko, 'di ba? Tapos so
Right.
gagawa ako. Baka makuha niya pa yung mga vibes
Yung
na nega. So
energies.
even if when I'm sick, also 'pag may sakit or medyo stress, hindi muna skip ko muna 'yun. Um,
Oo.
wala munang low level
Right. But when
energy.
ako naman, I find the gratitude practice really helpful when I'm at a low level. Remember, I told you I was really frustrated
Yeah,
when
yeah. Mm.
at a certain point. And when I started the gratitude practice and think of things that I'm grateful for, that really changed my frequency, my vibration when I started think of things that I'm grateful for. So probably not making because you transfer the vibration, but practicing the gratitude ritual that can help. And also, I remember Brené Brown said, because she's a social scientist and she studied people, like she's looking for people who
Mm.
have joy in their lives. And what she said, like, and she looked at 3,000 pieces of data, and there's only one common denominator with all of these people who are have happy, joyful lives. All of them have a
Mm.
gratitude practice, or all of them. And so yun, so parang joy, you can't, and she's saying that you can't have joy if you're not grateful or if you're not thankful.
Yeah, oo, I agree. You know my dream when I started this, kasi ang sa'kin ang some people ask me, "Oh, what's in it for you? Why are you making it? Wala ka namang kinikita." Sometimes abonado pa nga because it's by donation, eh, wala naman siyang tag price. So,
Right.
going to the bead shop and then going back and then buying the semi-precious stones, hindi naman siya mura. Tapos, all the materials and my time, gano'n. So, what's in it for you? Ang talagang wish and hope and my dream for the nagkaroon ng gratitude revolution, alam mo yun, na parang nag-spread talaga yung imagine what it can do for a community or a home, kahit yung sa bahay lang, no, for a family, and then for a community and for for all of us, kung lahat tayo nagte-thank you every day, imagine the kind of energy that is going to be radiated out there. And 'di ba, who knows what's going to happen after that. So yun lang talaga, that's my yung motivation go why I make it
Right.
until
To help
I'm still making
everybody
it, although
else.
it's not as yeah. Kasi maganda, it's positive, it's positive energy and positive experience. So we create a community
Right.
that's grateful for the blessings.
Speaking of the gratitude revolution, Joy is saying, in the beginning, I can't come up with 108 things to be grateful for. But as days went by, I can. It strengthens the value of counting your blessings. Yeah, that's
Correct.
true.
That's true.
Because there was
And
one
ano
time,
pala,
hmm,
yeah, sorry. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
you go, and you said, you were saying, Ime,
It's
mhm,
more. Oo, it's more meaningful sa akin and more powerful, the practice, if you do it like at your lowest, yung talagang wala ka ng maisip na sobrang struggle to get to the 108. Na wala naman akong blessing, ah. Parang ano yung
Mhm.
what's there to be thankful for, ang konti, parang number 10 pa lang ubos na yung gano'n. Yung when there are days like that, and
Right.
moments in our lives na medyo difficult, that's when you really need to do it. Because mapipilitan ka
True.
talaga to recognize all the smallest, up to the smallest blessing.
On that note, there was one time when I'm losing friends left and right, like dropping off. They're really dropping off my life. Like one friend, and basta they're really drop, and those are like very very close friends. So I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so sad because I don't have friends anymore, and I'm very picky with friends, like people that I really confide in, people that I meet, are very very careful. And so when I lose two or three, that's a lot already.
Yeah.
And but when I started doing the gratitude ritual, I just realized that in just my family alone, because we're six in the family, I already have five, and I'm close to them. I already have five friends just from my immediate family alone. So I was like, oh man, and I forgot about them. I really because I was focusing on I don't have friends, I don't have friends, and then when I started thanking people in my life, that's when I realized, oh wow, I actually have people, a lot of people in my life. I just forgot about them. Ayan. And we have another question from Nancy. How can I order a Santosha bracelet from Aimee? Thank you. It's not order. I just have to correct that because this is like a project for her, Santosha project, and like she said, she wanted to start a gratitude revolution. So you request, right, Aimee?
Request.
She's not selling
It's my
this. It's
soul
my
work. Yun.
donation.
Sorry, oo, hindi siya pangbenta, but you request and then um send me an email or put on a message. I think your and then you can request and give your intentions. It would be better if you can state your intentions. And,
There you can connect with Aimee here.
mm,
That's her Facebook account. But and you can also where can they email you, Aimee?
paano ba?
You send us the link and then we'll let you
Do I
know
Gmail?
where. Yes, sorry.
Mm.
Oh no, Miss Nancy, only because kanina rin I was talking to Ayman and I asked her, how will people order? And then she corrected me. No, it's not order because you don't actually pay for it. You just give whatever is in your heart. Kasi nga it's not like her business.
Mm.
Like she said, it's soul work. So yun. So
Oo.
sorry, I really just have to
So,
say that, to emphasize that. It's really soul work. And yeah, so Miss Nancy, the link to Ime's Facebook is there, so you can just send a PM to her. We'll also ask for her email address,
PM na
Imee,
lang.
and then we'll put
Mhm.
it there as well. Okay, thank you so much for joining
Messenger
this
is
conversation.
Messenger is fine.
Yeah, and Messenger is fine too. So if you have other questions or other comments
Yep.
about your gratitude practice, please let us know. But I mean, for those who who are starting pa lang. Oh, Jera also wants. Yeah, please message
Okay.
PM Amy. Okay, and send your
Yeah.
intention as well to her. And send your donation too
Mhm.
because it costs. I mean, of course, it's really soul work, but she has to get the beach, she has to transfer it to
Yeah.
you. There's costs as well. So there. Okay. For people who are starting pa
Mhm.
lang, or people who don't have a gratitude practice, and who can't go to the 108, like going through 108 is kind of difficult. What can you share with them? What can you tell them? Okay. Okay, Jared, just message I mean, how can people get
Ano
started
na, you can start
with a
10.
gratitude?
Oo. You can start with, yeah. medyo naghahang na yung aking internet. I don't know if it's my internet or it's our internet. Yeah, you can start with 10 and then build up to 108 over time. And then 11,
Right.
12, ganyan. So it doesn't have to be 108 immediately. Pwede naman. But I wanted to share this also kasi it's highly possible that after 108, ang dami pa. So some people and some of my friends and ako rin sometimes we do it twice. So dalawang 108 ganon. So
Oh,
kasi sa
that's so
dami lang
cool.
talaga ng blessings natin. And you will realize this if you start your practice. Marirealize mo, okay, there are days kulang talaga yung 108. Ang dami ko pang dapat ipasalamat. Like, for example, for every person in your life that you are thankful for, isang bead sila. Imagine, no? Baka isang round pa lang of your friends and all of your relatives, ganyan, people in your community. Tapos, pag uulit ka ulit, another round, 108 ulit. Meron pa ngang umaabot ng 3 rounds. Kasi ganun
Right.
kadami, ganun kadami yung blessings naman natin talaga.
Right, right. So you just start. For those who can't start with 108, you can start with
Mm.
10. And joining us is Reshma. Hi, Reshma. I think she's joining us from India. And you can there, but even if you're
Oh,
abroad, Aimee can send it. Just pay for the shipping. She can send the Santosha bracelet abroad as well. So even if you're in India like Rashma, that's fine.
yeah.
And since the internet is acting up, I think we have to wrap up this discussion. But again, you can request a Santosha bracelet from Aimee Morales. Her Facebook page is there on the link. So
Or
just message
necklace, yeah.
or necklace. So it's either
Yeah.
the 18, the right? You can have the 18, the 54, or the
18 or
108. And so you can start your gratitude practice. Also, we'll have a lot of events for you this week. Please go to our event page tomorrow. We have a free money call. On Friday, there's Kundalini Yoga. There's access bars on Saturday and certification on Sunday. So please check out the event page so hopefully you can join us. And Jason is joining in. He's saying, "Thank you, Aimee Morales. At some point in my life, it helped me clear my mind while I was grieving for the loss of my wife." Nakakaiyak naman. It made me realize and remember all the good things my wife did for me, good lessons I got from her. Oh, that's so touching. Thank you so much for sharing this with us, Jason.
Jason is a is a friend of mine.
Mm.
Thank
And if
you,
you have
Jason.
other stories, even after this conversation, how gratitude helped you and how this practice helped you, even if it's not Santosha project, please share with us. So, like what Aimee said, right? Let's start a gratitude revolution.
Mm.
Veli saying, "Hi, Aimee, thank you for telling about
Hi,
this. So
Vel.
helpful and tiny." So there,
Yeah.
I was wrong pala about
Yeah.
Reshma. So she's joining us from Mauritius.
More.
So Reshma, can we send? You can send naman to Mauritius, right? That's
Yeah.
fine.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I make for people from Europe and the US. I think Mauritius pwede.
So there.
Yeah.
So if you want to have your personalized Santosha bracelet, please message him here. And what's nice about
Yep.
this, like what she said, it's very specific for you. Like she's like praying for you when she makes it. She thinks of your
Yes.
intention. She thinks about you. So it's like you have a prayer warrior working with when she's doing the bracelet for you. And so when you receive it, it's really specific for you as well. So yeah.
Mhm.
So that's the thing with the Santosha
It's
bracelet.
not
And
like the commercial malas that di ba, that you buy from the shops kasi di ba yun, hindi naman yun made for you. So that's the
right,
big difference. This is really for personalized. And
yeah. And the like you said, and the vibration. Lali's asking, why can't others touch your Santosha necklace or bracelet?
ma malalagay yung energy ng ibang tao. Kasi you're holding it during prayer, no? So it's just your fingers and your hands, and you use it every day. So, okay lang naman siguro, but just to make it, it's a sacred object. Yun eh. So, I put it on my altar and I cleanse it regularly even if other people are not touching it. Para lang, the energy remains pure. I don't know if
Yeah.
you see if the viewer believes in yun in energy and how it transfers to another person and to objects. It's also the same principle. So just to
And I
keep it
feel
pure.
And I feel it's special for you. And if it's something
Yeah.
special, you don't just put it anywhere. Like for example, for jewelries, you
Oh.
put it in your own jewelry box, right? And there's a special space
Mhm.
for it. So it's
Yeah.
basically the same thing. It's special for you. So you
Yes.
make sure that it's really for you. It's kept really well, and then you
Mm-mm.
cleanse it, like Amy said. I guess we can wrap up this conversation. Like, what will be your parting words for people listening in right now, and people will be listening in the future?
Okay, there's ano ba? Two things siguro. First thing, it's not connect the Santosha practice is not connected to any religion. Kasi even if you're Muslim or if you're Hindu or if you are a Buddhist or New Age or atheist, um, all of us naman give thanks, no, to the universe, to God, to whoever we worship. Uh, we give thanks for the blessings in our life. So it cuts across all religions. So kung hindi siya the Japamala that the Buddhists use and the Muslims and the Hindus, they have their particular purpose or particular use for their Japamala. But ito naman for the Santosha Gratitude Garland, it's for everybody. It's just for giving thanks for the blessings in your life. So that's one thing that I wanna clarify also. And secondly, yung common notion that when you are happy, you give thanks because you are happy. I think we have to remember na parang baliktad siya. No? You have to be grateful so that you become happy. I think
Yes,
that's
yes,
why, oo, yun yung mas logical and that's what I believe in, what I practice also, and the core of the Santosha gratitude practice. Thank you,
I
Karen, for having me.
yeah. I know you want to wrap up this conversation, but people are still um um tuning in and they have questions. Is it okay if we continue this?
Yeah.
So
Mm-mm.
just for a few minutes until sige, let's push
Sure.
it until 9 p.m. So Benji saying since March 2020, naging work from home ang setup namin ni wifey. So one of the contributions that I have is to wash dishes. Translating it for those who are not Filipinos. So this is the
Mhm.
time that I pray silently and I pray with gratitude when I'm washing dishes, looking out the windows, trees, sky, birds, and wind and sounds. So this helped him come up with many ideas to be grateful for. Oh, that's so true. That's so nice. Benji's
That
doing his gratitude practice while washing the dishes.
that's his
Very good.
yeah, that's his gratitude ritual. Yeah.
That's so nice. See, I never thought of that.
Pwede.
It doesn't
Pwede.
right. It doesn't have to be like a carve out times separate. It
Mm-mm.
can be done while you're doing tasks. That's nice. And Joy still has a question. So for the others, please tell us when you do your gratitude practice, what your gratitude practice is, and how it's helping you. Let's continue this conversation. And Joy is asking, can we cleanse it using the singing bowl?
Yeah, pwede. Singing bowl, pwedeng incense, pwedeng moon bath, yun.
Okay. That's okay. So you have to cleanse it. And then also a friend told me when you bring it out near nature, like if you go to the beach or the forest, you bring your mga crystals and it helps cleanse energies. So there. You have other questions or other things that you'd like to share about the gratitude practice. But really, Emma, thank you for sharing this. I agree with you. It's a gratitude revolution. Let's start a gratitude revolution. And what happens, the thing is, if you're familiar with the law of attraction, like attracts like. And when you go to gratitude, when you start thinking of things you're thankful for, what happens is your vibration increases. And when your vibration increases, that's when you attract more beautiful things and more things to be grateful for in your life. Because if you stay in a low vibration, it's okay to stay in a low vibration. If you feel sad, yes, please feel sad. And if you feel hurt, please honor the pain. But if you stay there for a long time, that's what you attract in your life: more pain, more hurt, more of this sad
That's
thing. So
true.
it's okay to honor and be there until you need it. But what I sense is gratitude
Mhm.
helps you shift to a higher level of vibration. And so when if you're in that state, then you attract naman more higher vibration things like more happiness, more joy, like Joy said. Okay, so people are saying, there's another question. Why Santosha again, Amy? How did you come up with the name Santosha?
Oo. Santosha means deep contentment. Ito yung I find it so hard to explain it kasi that word just came to me. I cannot even remember how, or I don't know if I can't remember if I dreamt it or if I came across from that word from a book. Pero it was given, that name was given to me.
So
In
you
the
don't
same
know
way
the
that
meaning,
no,
you don't know what it means yet before
I
it came.
I found out after. Kaya nga eh, nag-click lang talaga siya in the same way that the practice, the ritual was given to me. Was, I don't know, handed down or downloaded. I don't know how to call it. It's an inspiration. That's why I'm really convinced na the firewalk had something to do with it. Kasi parang
Right.
I crossed to some other from being this old person to being the new Ime or new direction in my life then in 2016, parang ganun, something happened
Mm,
there, and this inspiration was it just occurred. Yun. So
right.
that started it.
Yeah, thank you for answering your calling, Eme. Because sometimes, di ba,
Yeah,
sometimes
calling.
inspiration calls us, but we
Yeah,
don't listen to it.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
calling.
That's ano,
Yun pa, tapos 'di ba, ever since I was a young girl, mahilig na ako talaga sa beads. I think I mentioned this earlier.
mm,
But then I
yeah.
forgot about that. For so many years I forgot. But then when I was young, I used to spend hours stringing glass beads and turning them into bracelets. Tapos it just happened, and then it hit me one day. I realized, oh nga no, I used to like beads nga pala, no, parang ganon. So hindi siya
Right.
conscious decision to make start making it. It just happened.
Right. So for me, two things in this conversation. Number one, follow your calling, follow inspiration, follow the whispers, the silent whispers that you receive. And number two, start it. The gratitude practice. If you've done it, please continue doing it. If you've been doing 108, try to do 306 216, like do it double if you can, like, or if
Yeah.
you haven't, at least try with just 10 things. So okay, and before we go, let's read. People are saying thank you to you, Emma. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Emma. Hope to see you. Yeah, hope to see you both in person. Yes, let's do
Yeah.
that. Benji, hello. Sige, let's have more
Thank
events
you.
no face to face. Thank you. Benji's also saying thank you.
Thank you,
And thank
Benji.
you, Reshma, for
Joy.
joining us. And thank you, Vel and Nancy and Lali and Jen, for being here. Thank you, everyone. And hope this helped you. I guess, magpa-final parting words. Is there anything else that you want to share with others before we say goodbye, Amy?
Yeah, I'm going to the bead shop on ano ba, Saturday. So, if you want to send your request, do it before Saturday. So, may sama ko na sa bibilhin ko sa Sabado. Yun lang.
Ayan. So again, you can connect with
Yeah.
Amy
Thank you.
here. We'll flash her
Mhm.
Facebook page, send her a PM if you want to request for Santosha bracelets. And every day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have events for you. So please check out our event page at Online Healing Community. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for being with
Thank
us,
you.
Amy. Aimee. Thank you for sharing your practice. And thank you for
Salamat,
starting the
salamat.
gratitude revolution. Ah, that's so cool. And for everybody here, thank you so much for being here. And lalo na for Jason and the rest who really shared very personal stories in this conversation. Thank you. And
Benji, si
Joy
Joy, thank
and
you
Benji. Thank you
as
so much.
well.
And Rashma. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you
Thank you,
soon. Bye
Karen.
for now. And happy
Happy
birthday, Joy.
birthday, Joy! Happy
60 this Saturday.
birthday!
Happy birthday. See you soon, everyone. Hopefully in person. Bye for now.
Yes. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.